This is Andy Porwell of Boxing News. I'm joined by DAZN's Alfie Sharman here in San Francisco. Alfie, firstly, how are you? How's life treating you?
Very well, thank you. Yeah, busy run. Lots coming up. Obviously, great to be here. Amazing arena. But no, I'm very well, thank you. Very well.
I'm glad to hear. Obviously, a busy run. One of the biggest fights of the year, Haney-Prograis, Devin Haney, WBC World Super Lightweight title on the line. Just for yourselves from a broadcast perspective, how are you expecting this to perform across your channels?
Very well. Huge fight, as you say. Two massive stars. Devin obviously back on our platform, which is great. Coming off the back of 3+ really strong weeks. New audience as well, I think. For this fight, so yeah, I mean obviously US optimised time, so hopefully our US customers are looking forward to it, but boxing fans around the world, so high hopes, but we're in a good place.
We've seen some huge numbers across social media for every channel who works within the sport who's posted about the fight. Has it been a surprise to you, but just how well received it's been?
This fight? Yeah. Not really, no. I mean, boxing fans. This is a boxing fans fight. They're two excellent fighters. There were obviously the first presser. There was some needle there, some personal kind of jibes, some back and forth, some excellent promo from then up to now. Some great content going out there, and yeah, as I say, it's a boxing fans fight. So no, I'm not surprised, but it's great to see.
So just looking at that division itself, you had Ryan Garcia return last weekend, or this weekend just gone. What did you make of his return in the end, and looking at trying to get him into these big fights as well?
Yeah, he looked good, I thought. Tough fight, Oscar Duarte, tough guy. Ryan held himself well. Obviously put on a performance, got the win. Seems very focused at the moment, right? But it was good moment, and a big year ahead next year for Ryan. So yeah, exciting.
Eddie's made it clear about the matching rights that are in place on Devin's side of things beyond Saturday night. Speaking to Frank yesterday, Frank said that for them the most logical fight to make next would be Devin and Ryan if Devin was to have his hand raised on Saturday, or if Regis was to have his hand raised. Are you aligned with that? Try and make that fight between both promoters?
Yeah, well, that's the promoter's job, to make those fights from us. I'm a broadcaster, boxing fan. Amazing fight. So yeah, let's see. That's their job to come up with a proposal that makes sense. Obviously, the fighters need to want it as well, but who wouldn't want to watch that fight, right? Brilliant.
Just moving away from that one, just keep your thoughts on kind of a new link up in the boxing world, PBC and Amazon Prime. They've announced their deal this morning when we all woke up. What do you make of them deciding to go down that route?
Yeah, I mean, congratulations to them. It's been no secret over the last few months that there was going to be a change. Obviously, Amazon have a huge footprint. No secrets that they've been obviously exploring extensively into the sports space. PBC have got a great slate, of fighters. So yeah, congratulations to them. We're in the business of multi-sport. Boxing is our core business in the US, and obviously the UK a big part of our business. It just means more fights, more opportunities to work together, more opportunities to collaborate. But no, congratulations to them. Yeah.
In the build-up to when PBC were deciding who they were going to go and link up with, there were reports that they might explore speaking with you guys. Did you have any conversations at all? I
didn't, but did DAZN. Yeah, look, I mean, there was, as always, I think I said this to, maybe it might have been yourself before, if it needs to make commercial sense for all parties, and they've obviously landed on a deal that did. We're focusing on our business, putting on fights around the world at a regular cadence. So yeah, no personal conversations with me and PBC, but we're excited for them. We're excited to see what they bring to the table for the sport of boxing.
Obviously, Amazon in itself is a huge organisation. Just from a competitor's point of view, just walk me through how you think that might change the landscape now. A new company to try and compete against.
Oh, it's healthy. I think. I mean, I'll come back to it. DAZN obviously multi-sport global broadcaster. Amazon are obviously a global platform as well, where they have sports in other markets, and we've coexisted quite well. We back our rights portfolio as they would as well. It's a cliche, but I think for the fans, the sport fans, the more people investing in the sports space means that there's going to be a higher frequency of events. Competition is good, keeps you sharp, means that you need to be better. Both sides, I'm sure they'll see it the same. So yeah, we welcome it.
We've also seen Sky Sports announce that they've extended their rights deal for the Premier League. On your front, disappointed, frustrated? Were you guys pushing for it all?
Not frustrated, no. I mean, again, congratulations to them. It's huge, right? They've obviously Premier League been with Sky for 30 plus years now, 30 years. A lot of money. Obviously made a ton of sense for them. It's been no secret that DAZN are exploring rights in multiple markets, of which obviously the UK is a big priority for us. But yeah, no, there's no frustration. Sport's a competitive, volatile space, and you come back to it. We're very happy, very comfortable with our rights and our offering. We obviously work with Sky, so yeah, good luck to them, and I look forward to watching some games. Hopefully, I'm a Fulham fan. Hopefully, they can get some wins.
Obviously, just with the football front or the soccer front, if you're over here in America, as we are currently, that's the nation's sport back home in the UK. How hard moving forwards do you guys want to try and push to engineer a way into the footballing world in the UK front?
Well, look, we've got Saudi Pro League in the UK. We've got UEFA Women's Champions League. We've had that for a few years now, which is a fantastic, right, and ever-growing. The viewership on UWCO in particular, and the growth of that over the last couple of years, certainly since the Lionesses' success in the Euros, has been incredible. So we have domestic, we've got football. Domestic football is obviously the golden egg, so to speak. But you can, I've said this before, you can still succeed at scale, which we are doing without football. It's no secret that it's the number one. But yeah, we've got it, and we're really happy with our UK offering at the moment. Yeah.
So one big announcement you guys had a couple of weeks ago. You've got the international global rights to the Day of Reckoning show on the horizon, December 23rd. Excited, happy with that one?
Of course, yeah. What event? I mean, you were there obviously at the press conference a few weeks ago. Spectacular press conference. Obviously, the Battle of the Baddest, a couple of months ago, feels like a lifetime ago now, but that was spectacular. Obviously, kicking off Riyadh season. We're incredibly proud to be part of Riyadh season and that event, and obviously being the host broadcaster globally. Spectacular for us, and amazing card. Anthony Joshua fighting, Deontay Wilder fighting, obviously not against each other, but the two huge fights. Joseph Parker and Otto Wallin respectively, and no walkovers. So for us, it's amazing. Lots of work to be done between now and the 23rd. We're working it very well with our friends in the Saudi Kingdom. So yeah, it's really good for us.
So we haven't had confirmation on any other broadcast partners who might come in on the UK front. Is there anything you can fill me in on that note?
Not formally at the moment. News will come. I mean, as we have done multiple times, we're always open to working with other promoters, other broadcasters, if it makes sense for all parties. The objective of this event, and why His Excellency and the Saudi team have come to DAZN, is because we obviously have penetration in over 200 markets very quickly. But there's obviously markets within that it makes sense potentially to grow that even further. The objective is to show that fight to as many people as possible in the lead up to Christmas, and more to come in that space. Nothing I can share right now, but very exciting overall.
Just to ask on it, obviously it's a matter of 2 days before Christmas, or when us being in Saudi, it'll actually be on Christmas Eve by the time we're in the ring. How do you actually expect it to perform? Because there's no denying, obviously, things are a bit difficult financially for many people back home in the UK. How do you expect it to perform on a pay-per-view front?
Do you know what? I think actually very well. It's obviously, putting your UK hat on. I think the timing is really good. Premier League football that day. People will be off work. People will be ready to put their feet up and spend some time with family, and stay at home and watch the fight, which obviously works well for us. So I think it's, and obviously the card itself is spectacular. It's got some of the biggest names. So a UK optimised time for our friends in the States, and obviously, Eastern time, Pacific time. It's a great afternoon of sport. There's other sport on that day as well. So I actually think from a consumer perspective, it's quite refreshing, and put my consumer hat on. A fight that close to Christmas when you're off and having food and drinking with family and friends, etc. It's sets up for a good day of sport, I think.
Just final one on everything Saudi and this interview. Obviously, Joshua Wilder not fighting each other, the fight which everybody wanted to see. But how much pressure on both men to come through two difficult fights to hopefully line up a bout between the pair of them next year?
Yeah, that would be the dream scenario. As I said before, they're no pushovers. Their opponents, previous world champion in Joe Parker, and Otto Wallin's obviously an established, heavyweight. It's caused a lot of people some problems in the past, so they have to get through them. But yeah, you'd expect strong displays from both men, and let's see where early next year takes. But it's no secret that everyone wants to see that fight. I think both men probably want to have that fight as well. So let's see.
Alfie, listen, I appreciate your time now. Alfie, we're about to start press room in the next 10-15 minutes. I've just been given a 5-minute warning, so I'll leave you to get ready now. So thank you for speaking to me.
Cheers.